Welcome to another episode of Tomb of Annihilation, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition.
Where the party dies.
For your pleasure.
Are you not entertained?
So, yeah. Let's do our last introductions. Or shall we say, our goodbyes.
Wow, so negative. It's just a crocodile. Looks so lordy.
We'll go for opposite this time. I'm Vallen. I'll be playing Ulfgar Holderheck, a divine sorcerer bard, or at least he was. And next to me is without a camera today, but still here, Lyssa.
Oh, I'm playing Valia Bonesmasher, and I'm the only one that's going to live in this whole party.
Because she's not with the party.
Because I'm not with the ones getting eaten.
She's making friends with some crocodiles.
You know, if you keep wishing for it, I'll have no choice but to make it come true.
And then next to her is Kellisto, who will not be able to join us today. I will attempt to try and play her character while she's gone as needed. Otherwise, she'll be kind of pushed to the background. But she is a half-elf druid of the Bear God clan. Her character's name is also Kellisto. And next to her is Nerevar.
Yes, I will be playing as Tobias Salazar, human Spacial sorcerer, and he's commanding his idol on Arokh Ironscale.
Special means special seasoning.
Spatial seasoning. Yum, yum. Nom, nom, nom. Nerevar noms.
What?
And you guys can check out Nerevar on his Twitch channel. Because after this episode, we're all dead. But next to him is Rorax, who is still experiencing technical difficulties, but is rapidly on the way to getting those resolved, thanks to multiple community efforts to help her out. So that should be coming to fruition soon. And if we're lucky, by next week, we should have Rorax back in the party. She is playing a Centaur by the name of Aelia. I think she's a Cleric of the Grave, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she doesn't like undead and is pretty darn good at getting rid of them. It's too bad this croc is not undead, but
That could also be arranged.
Typically, riding this Centaur is Gao, who's this little NPC kobold, king of the kobolds, as we crowned him. And we usually also have another NPC hanging around us by the name of Flippy, who's this little flappy axe-beak bird, who's still an adolescent, but at least no longer a chick. And tends to more or less get in the way and be cute. But hey, that's why we like our cute, cuddly little NPCs. As long as they're living. And then down below Gao is, of course, our games master, or dungeon master, as you would like to call it, Kashcah.
Yep, hi. How's it going? I'm playing, I'll be playing Orvex today, as well as, I'll pick up Aelia as well. So yeah. Did you know we've been playing this campaign for over a year now?
Woo!
It was actually a year in February. How crazy is that?
Yeah, this is episode 46.
We're slacking off.
Technically, if we were to have done this every single week, we would not quite have reached a year.
Hang on. I'm just recalling that Kashcah said this campaign is like 10 sessions long.
What?
10, 11 sessions?
But those were like full-size sessions, like 24-hour periods. We're talking, or maybe, weeks.
I never actually specified how long those sessions were.
Yeah. I mean, back in the day, I could play some 24-hour sessions, but I don't think I can do that anymore.
Yeah, no, not at all. I was just kind of curious, so I went back and looked to video number 1 in the Tomb of Annihilation playlist, and it's like early February 2018. I was like, holy crap!
Yeah.
That's a lot of D&D.
But yeah, we're on episode 46 today. Yeah, big landmark, considering it's possibly the last one, but we'll see. I know she's going to kill me on purpose now. But yeah, so what was it I was going to... Oh, right, the recap. Let's bring up the quest log that I put some notes in there. Last time we were in this large circle area down here in the bottom right. We were just entering that. And we were ambushed by some Yuan-Ti, which are like snake people. They have a snaky shape-changing ability. And we were able to actually quickly dispatch them, thankfully, though they are slightly venomous. And we think we may have found where they are living, which is like this little underground tunnel as well. We kept exploring around this area, not finding any more temples because we're interested in getting these puzzle pieces because we think that they're blocking our access to something, though yet we do not know. Orvex, the NPC character that Kashcah was talking about, was a leftover hireling from a group that was decimated by some of the Yuan-Ti patrols earlier, and has since been kind of glommed onto us because we're his best bet of survival so far, though he'll probably find some other method to survive better, like if he's friends with a T-Rex. But we started traveling north, as the red line indicates, over the water, thanks to Kellisto's water walk spell, which probably still has another 15 minutes left on it or so. But upon approaching this temple that Aelia so cleverly saw off in the distance in the previous session, Valia decided, the barbarian lizardfolk who can talk to crocodilians, said, "Hey, I see this place is surrounded by little baby crocodiles, or just normal sized ones. Why don't you follow me? I'll show you where some food is." And they're all like, "We're all over this." So they did. They followed her all the way back to this tunnel. And she said, "Place is chock-a-block full of food. Go eat it." And they said, "Thank you." While that happened, we all went, "Hey, look at this big temple. And there's this really massive crocodile statue that seems to be moving." It turns out that it wasn't, and that it's the mother of crocodiles. So it's coming at us, and we're all like happy that we all have brown pants, because if we didn't before this, we would now. And I think that's where we left off. Am I?
Yeah. So I'm gonna move you over to the shrine page.
Oh boy. I gotta zoom out.
So I want to add a little bit more detail as well. We are in bottom left.
Okay.
Okay, so
I
think I've got your tokens over there. I have Valia on the edge there because you're on your way back, you're somewhere in between traveling, luring the Crocs away. So there is, a big... So Aelia had just kind of stuck her head through, but actually before that, I did want to... Oh, damn it, because I restarted. All my notes closed. Before that, I did want to describe one thing that you saw on the obelisks of the shrine. There it is. You see these obelisks in front here. Boop. Have images of long-legged birds with needle-like beaks. And then you do see as well, there's these steps that are ascending, up to this kind of front entryway room. And actually I can clear a little bit of that as well, because you would be able to see in there a bit. You see it kind of disappears off into this... this hallway disappears off into the room there, but that's about all you can see. So that's what you see, and then Aelia kind of like peers through between the obelisks and sees, the mother of Crocs heading towards you guys.
Do you happen to have a handout for this mother of Crocs?
I might. I mean, it's just a really big crocodile, but let's have a look.
I know. I'd like to have the magnification for the side of the screen.
Negative.
Okay, well, instead we're going to...
Do you want a regular croc?
Sure. I got a hand up for that.
Maybe. Do I? No.
Sorry.
No crocodile image for you. Sorry.
Scroll back down. There we go.
Okay, so she is coming towards you guys, so let's roll initiative.
Why would we need to do that? We're just talk with this very friendly and peaceful being.
You wish.
I mean, maybe she is. You could stop and ask. For sure. Not a problem. I'm sure she will answer.
Let me open up
I need Aelia's sheet.
this and do initiative. And then we'll do Kellisto of the Bear God Clan. No. Escape.
Yes, it's just.
That one probably won't count because I didn't click on her. Hold on. There we go. And I hit escape, so I don't have her sheet up anymore, of course. Scroll all the way back up. Kellisto, character sheet.
Oh, and also, I suppose I should get Rorax going, shouldn't I?
Is he going to get eaten too?
He might. Depends if you push him in front or not.
Okay, first one I did, that 20 is for Ulfgar. Oh, that's weird. It shows Ulfgar as 16. You know, it doesn't really matter because Kellisto 17. It's fine. It got something in the turn order. I'm happy. I don't even care.
Okay, we got everybody?
Oh, I see it. Redid that one. Okay.
I think we've got everyone. Actually, I did have one question for Valia. Flippy, would he have come with or stayed with the group?
She had to go fix a cat thing.
Oh, okay. Sorry, did I miss?
Yep.
Sorry. Okay. So we're gonna say that Flippy, probably in her haste, Valia, I think would have left Flippy with Orvex. So we'll keep Flippy over there.
It's a good thing Orvex is a very fearsome and protective fighter. Extremely capable. Very dangerous over short distances.
Okay, so Giant Croc, let's sort the turns and then okay, Arokh.
Arokh goes first, so he will probably go up in the front of the Mother of Crocodiles, and he's going to build up this great deep growl, and he's going to try intimidate her.
Oh, okay.
Intimidation.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, no, not so much. Yeah, I mean, I think perhaps everybody else is a little intimidated, but not so much on the crocodile. Is there anything else Arokh would like to do?
And I think he'll be... okay, he's going to unleash his brave weapon.
Okay.
Heavy breathing ensues.
That hits.
It hits anyway, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It needs,
she must have to make a dex save.
Okay. Let's do that. She's not particularly good at dodging out of the way. She's rather large.
Well, if she was friendly before, she's not now.
Yep, so she does not dodge that.
She took a full damage then.
Okay.
Yeah, it will be acid damage.
Okay. Alright, actually, let me just double check. I don't think that... No, okay. Alright, cool. Alright, Kellisto then is next.
So, what is this crocodile actually doing? Because we saw it coming at us, like, hungrily, fast and furious. It's gonna, like, chomp us. Or was it, like, walking towards us and...
No, it's charging towards you.
Okay, then, and in that case, let's see what spells she has. Ooh.
Immobilize.
How? Oh no, that wouldn't work because that's ground. Okay. I know what she would do. She'd look up at the sky stick her finger out like that and get a weather report real quick from the DM. Is it sunny? Is it rainy? Is it?
It's overcast. It's not raining, but it's overcast.
Okay. Then let's give this a go. She'd then look up at the sky and she'd start waving her arms, and she would cast it at level 3, I think is all she can cast. No, she could cast it higher. Level 3. She's just doing level 3.
Oh boy, another dex save.
And it is Call Lightning. Now, here's the thing, though, is that Call Lightning...
That was close.
Oh, she's...
Call Lightning, go on.
It says, Stormcloud appears in the shape of a cylinder that's 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius centered on a point you can see 100 feet directly above you. Spell fails if you can't see a point in the air where it could appear. When you cast a spell, choose a point, etc., etc. Hold on. On each of your turns till the spell ends, you can use your action to call down lightning in this way again, targeting the same point or a different one. If you're outdoors in stormy conditions when you cast this spell, the spell gives you control over the existing storm instead of creating a new one. Under such conditions, the spell's damage increases by 1d10. So I don't think that it's stormy conditions, though.
It's
just
not. No,
cloudy.
it's just overcast.
Okay. So, then there you go.
So then she takes half damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okie doke.
And she probably decides to move, I guess, away from this crocodile. It looks like it could easily get over the walls that are there, sticking out of the water.
I mean, it could scramble kind of through some of the gaps, like tearing. Like, you think if it was going to try and make it through this gap, it would have to like damage the wall to squeeze through.
All right, so she backs off for now.
Okay. All right. Aelia is going to. What is Aelia going to do? She's going to take a step to. And Ulfgar, you're on Aelia's back, right?
He is, because he's kind of petrified of the water and the danger that it might hide, like giant crocodiles.
Okay. So she takes like a couple of steps forward, and she is going to Sacred Flame, I think.
Sacred Flame.
Boop. All the dex saves for this poor croc.
Yeah, no kidding.
Fails, so it takes 12 radiant damage.
Ouch, that's a cantrip, isn't it? Yes, that was... Oh, no, wait, that might not be. But either way, that's good damage.
That's how it is. And then she takes a step back and kind of around the corner. So out of sight, kind of.
Which structure are we?
Right where?
I'm seeing maps of like structures. Is there one specific one?
Yeah, we're in the bottom left.
Ah, okay.
And actually, she's not even on her... She's not here yet.
Oh, Valia?
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Ulfgar, so you are on Aelia's back?
I am. Oh, it's my turn.
It is your turn.
Excuse me.
Oh, thanks. Here, I'll put you
Excuse me.
in the order.
I have no idea what Ulfgar would do right now. He's like terrified of this thing. He doesn't exactly want to run up and just get swallowed by this. So I guess he would cast... Yeah, he would probably cast Firebolt. Would he be able to see it?
You certainly saw it when Aelia like stepped forward a bit and Sacred Flamed it. So you know it's there, but I don't think you can. You've got kind of this obel. Well, you can see bits of it, right? Because bits of it are bigger than this obelisk. Like this obelisk's kind of in the way, but you can see like bits of it round the obelisk.
All right. I will dismount and move and then do an attack, but I can't actually do that at this exact moment because I've already started the roll. So I'm going to let go and it's going to throw the dice, but I am going to move forward.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So it will probably come up here so that he can shoot around the corner at it.
Okay. So how tall are you?
Humanoid. I'm about 5 foot.
Okay. All right. The water is oh no, you still have water walk on you, don't you?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. All right.
So firebolt.
Firebolt hits.
Okie doke. Pachow. 7 points of fire damage. That's actually really good for a cantrip. And then he can't use that because that's an action to get that working. I think he's got a shield spell that he's going to cast. Let me just see how quick that is to cast that. Shield of Faith. Bonus action, yes. So he'll do that because his main action was a cantrip. He can do it.
Okay.
So he will bonus action shield and increase his armor class.
Okay. Cool.
Can you do that?
As long as your main action is a cantrip.
And the spell.
And the spell is a bonus action.
If the spell's like a full action, then that's a nope. You can't. But that's a handy combo. It's a very handy combo. Okay. So Giant Croc kind of screams after being pummeled by various types of energy and attacks, and thrashes out and thrashes, like rolls her whole body kind of to the north a bit. And then kind of quickly submerges under the water.
Oh no! But the water's solid. No, you can't. No.
And after that, Arokh might be able to use a perception check to kind of get advantage, see if we can see where this crocodile has gone. Just because he's got up in the air kind of action going on. But actually I need to make a little...
Was it worth it?
Nope, it was not. You do not see the crocodile. Giant crocodile is hiding. Okay. So Valia, I think to kind of give you an idea of like timing wise, I think you've just dropped the Crocs off at the tunnel entrance. I know that like everybody was kind of hanging back as you like made your way round a bit. So just drop them off at the tunnel entrance and you're kind of on your way back now, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. I can't really do much, so I'll use my movement and my action all at once. I do 50 at a time, so
okay.
100.
Cool. All right. Let me actually have a quick look. See if I can estimate how many rounds.
I don't.
Would you
have
be
that...
coming like?
Oh, sorry.
Would you be coming straight through the water to come back?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
Yeah. I swim a little bit faster than I run, so. Yeah.
Okay, so you've probably got about 4 or 5 rounds till you're in the mix. All right.
Yeah.
Okie doke. Then Tobias.
By the way, I was wrong. I don't have the shield spell up.
Oh, you don't?
Nope. I would have given inspiration to Tobias if that makes a difference instead. I had it reversed. It has to be a bonus action cantrip.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so there's no point of hitting blindly. Can Tobias make a perception check to guess where the mother of Crocs went?
Yeah, for sure.
Mother Crocker. Oh, wow.
You think you see some movement kind of like over beyond the outline of the wall. You're pretty sure kind of just no. It's
Could you ping? Where?
kind of over here.
Again, because I was zoomed.
Boop boop. Is that working?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's kind of tricky because you've got a whole lot of wall between you and that, but that natural 20 is what's giving you a tiny idea that you saw something over there.
I would say that's a very vague idea.
Hey, you got a lot of wall between you and
I would like to. Tobias would like to run up to the Arokh and he's going to mount him.
Okay.
So getting that advantage of height and.
It wasn't Arokh up in the air?
Yeah, he was. But he wasn't very high. He was like 6 feet over there.
Okay. So are you so you're standing on the water, Arokh's 6 feet above you. Are you kind of gonna jump and try and like?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Right, so it's kind of like some real like Indiana Jones shit that's going on. Alright, that's probably, because he's not down on the ground, that's probably going to use your turn up. Between the perception check and, you know.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. Rorax panics. Oh my god. And he kind of like...
Callisto's like, over here.
Yeah, he kind of runs over here and he's encouraging Flippy to join him, and he's like scrambling up this break in the wall here to try and like sit up on top of it.
That's not a bad idea.
So he full out panics. Yep. And Flippy is kind of gonna follow him a bit. All right. Arokh.
Arokh got Tobias on his back.
Mm-hmm.
I assume at this point.
Yep.
And he's going to move with Tobias around this corner here.
Okay.
And he's going to look for the crocodile mother again.
Okay. Give me another perception check. Nope.
Arokh sees nothing.
Arokh sees nothing.
She's actually just a really big crocodile spawner. Watch out.
Yeah. I don't think he will be able to do anything because Brave Weapon is, at least for now, is once per day.
Sorry.
Okay, so he's going to kind of hold there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about Kellisto? What's she up to?
Well, sadly, she can't really. I guess she can make a perception check before she tries zapping again. Excuse me. So, but I think she'd move. So let's have her move back. Yeah, over here, I think. Have her move up here. And then she'd give a perception check, see if she could find it. Let's bring this over here. Perception. Boop. She did pretty good.
She did do pretty good, but I don't even know if she has line of sight.
I don't know either, but she still did pretty good. She could see a fish.
And I think she saw like, well, hang on now, because she's just come around the corner. She sees like big ripples in the water kind of splashing against all the building and the wall remnants. But I don't think it's really possible to see like...
That's fine.
Okay.
What she's going to do is have the lightning strike... where can she see? She can see that the wall stops there. She wouldn't zap something that she can't see. Would she be able to see beyond this wall any? Like, I don't mean like the crocodile. I just mean like, would she be able to see the, like, there's water over there, got the wall crumbling there? Or would it just block line of sight? She could see up to there.
She can't, yeah, between like the corner of the building here, you know, and there's no real vantage to seeing around.
I'd say she's just going to maintain the lightning and try striking here.
Okay.
In hopes that she hits something. And I'll still roll everything. That way I don't know whether it did damage or not.
Yep, please do.
So let's see. Call lightning. Hit. This way she doesn't lose the spell. And it's still going, so there you go.
Okay, thank you. Alright, Aelia,
Kellisto's telling Orvex and Flippy, come on, get up on the stairs, get inside, quick.
And Aelia says, I think that's a good idea. And she's going to move inside here.
With Gao.
Yep. Okay. And she's going to kind of hold her action. Ulfgar, how about you?
He more or less runs inside, kind of heaving a bit as he goes. He'd probably go 25 feet in, which is his movement.
Okay.
Which puts him there-ish, assuming that there's space for him to fit. And that he'd be able to see where he's going. Okay.
Okay, so let me read you what you see in that space. So, okay, moss clings to the stonework throughout this hall. The mosaic floor depicts a tall bird using its long, pointy beak to pin a monstrous frog-like creature with tentacles sprouting from its shoulders. Set into the far wall is a set of heavy stone doors.
So this is the anti-froghemoth shrine. Okay.
And this is this square in the middle is the mosaic that you see.
Okay. And then there's just some double doors.
Yep, heavy stone doors.
Okay. So then Ulfgar sends a message out to I don't know, nobody. He doesn't do anything there. He just spends the rest of his turn to come back a few squares. So he's basically double moving, just not full double movement. And kind of motions for other people. It's clear in here. Come on, quick.
Okay. So okay. Then Valia, you've got 3 more turns of moving back.
Just keep swimming.
Tobias.
We actually will be looking for A quick question though. Can I move if Tobias will be moving, so the Arokh will be moving with him?
So you can move together, but on Arokh's turn.
Okay, so in that case, I'll be looking for the big crocodile again.
Okay.
Just to ensure that he's not threat.
You do not see it.
I'm not sure if that should be reassuring. Okay, that will be his turn.
Okay. So Orvex is going to make a run for it, and he kind of hops down off the wall, runs across the water, and kind of pushes past you, Ulfgar.
Oh yeah, he'd get out of the way and let him in.
Yep. Fairly panicked, and he's going to encourage Flippy to follow him.
Thank you.
Okay, Arokh.
So, seeing there's no danger, at least Tobias sees no danger, so they both going to move towards the entrance.
Okay. All right, and Kellisto as well. Is she gonna do the same thing?
She's gonna let one more zap go in that spot, and then she's gonna move in.
Okay.
Just for good measure.
All right. So let's break with turn order for now.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna clear it and get rid of that. Okay. So I'm not even like a minute will go by, and Valia, you'll arrive kind of back on the scene. But in the next kind of 12 seconds, 18 seconds, is there anything you guys want to do in this initial room?
Not really. Ulfgar's gonna stay at the door, and he's pretty much gonna tell others, I'll stay here, and if it gets close by, I'll give a shout and push it back.
Okay. Aelia's gonna kind of make her way in. Just gonna get out of the way. Okay. And Tobias and Arokh, are you guys gonna hang out on the steps, or?
I'm not sure if is there enough room for Arokh to fit in.
It's gonna get really cozy if you.
Okay, so in that way, Tobias is going to step off Arokh, and Arokh will be hanging on the stairs, and Tobias will go in.
Okay. All right. So everybody's kind of shuffling around, and Valia, I think you arrive on the scene, seeing Arokh is standing kind of on the steps. You can just get a peek at him through the gap in the wall, but you don't see, you see some kind of general movement in the entranceway. Okay, so what do you guys want to do? You're all kind of back together.
As much as I normally would probably go inside and start checking things out and all, I think Ulfgar is absolutely and utterly paranoid that there's going to be a crocodile coming in to eat him. So he's gonna keep watch, but not stepping out on the platform like Arokh is. He's gonna keep watch, like peeking out and stuff as best he can.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Kellisto would probably come over and check out the doors and the inscription, which is a very... How big is this bird seemingly represented? Like horse size? Like people size?
It is... well, you guys have actually seen something that looks very similar to this before.
Makes me think of the Medusa.
Yep, exactly. Area. It is. It looks very much like this.
Yeah.
And the frog thing you've definitely seen before. Yeah.
Hooray.
Ulfgar just looking at the mosaic gives you kind of like...
Even more reason why he's not interested.
Yeah, gives you a cold feeling in the pit of your stomach.
Mm-hmm. As if it's something else's stomach.
Okay. So the doors are heavy stone doors. Let's see. There are inscriptions surrounding the mosaic on the floor, actually. They look like they are written in Old Amuan.
Mm-hmm. Old Amuan, you say? Kellisto would motion over to Orvax and say, "Hey, can you read this? You read things, right?"
He says, "Oh yes." He says, "This tells the story of a wily Ebli who stepped from his reed hut one evening. He didn't like the Amuans, but without them, he'd have no one to play tricks on. The Ebli sent a marsh frog to reason with Ubtao, but the frog was angry and decided to wrestle the god instead. This amused Ubtao, so he gave the frog tentacles to make it stronger. And when Kubazan, the frog Hemoth, returned to Papazult, the Ebli, he chased Papazult into the swamp with his new tentacles." So he says this is the story of Papazult.
The frog and the bird. So the frog tried wrestling a god, impressed the god with its wrestling skills, so it gave it tentacles. And then it came back and started picking on the bird with the new tentacles and scared it away.
Yeah, it's a reach, for sure.
That's pretty cool. That sounds like normal mythology right there. Okay. So Kellisto would be like, "That sounds weird. Okay." So then she'd probably check out the door. Excuse me.
Okay, so the doors don't seem to be... Well, I don't know. They don't seem to have a locking mechanism, but they are heavy stone doors.
She tried pushing on it a little bit to see if it swings easily or not.
It does not swing easily.
Okay. She'd be like, "Well, there's no handle on the door. I think that they're going to be heavy to move, though." And she kind of looks back at everybody else. "So, if there's somebody that knows how to move stone doors easily." At which Ulfgar would say, "I could shout it down."
Valia, if you... Lyssa, you round? Or... Okay, you've arrived back. I don't know if you missed that or not, but you...
Oh, okay.
You're back on the scene.
Thought you were just enjoying a backstroke out in the water.
Yeah. Going laps around.
As soon as you come in sight, Ulfgar would be like, quick, get inside!"
I'll just kind of look around. I'm like, okay, what are y'all doing?
"There's a giant-sized crocodile that you missed when you took off the wee ones."
Oh, that must be Mother they were talking about.
Aye, she's big, and I think Kellisto scared it off with a bit of zapping, and Aelia as well. Well, we all kind of gave it a zap, and it swam off, thankfully, but it went under the water. And he looks around nervously at the water.
I mean, I guess I'll swim up to the steps here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there are mossy steps going up into this kind of like entrance room.
Says, "Kellisto, I think we've got someone that can help move those stone doors for you." And he kind of winks at you.
Alright, I'll try to make my way through.
Yeah, there's a big crowd of people in the entranceway.
I'm squeezing through, I guess. I'll come and look at the doors. I'm like, what are these? What are we
They're just heavy looking stone doors.
I'll try to push them, I guess.
Kellisto tries to help.
so when you both work on it, when you and Kellisto push the doors, they do begin to move.
Yay.
So it's kind of like to put your shoulder into it, and you're both pushing, and between the two of you, you can move one of the doors, kind of push it open. Lets this kind of heavy scraping noise as it's pushed open. So let me I'm just going to reveal the rest of this. Oh, I've missed a chunk. Hang on. And then I will describe. Okay.
Oh boy.
So an empty pedestal stands in the middle of the room, right here. And 6 statues face it from alcoves on the wall.
Ulfgar walks up to Valia and illuminates the what do you call it? The javelin that you have, so you can see easier. And he goes back to his watch.
I'm like, thanks. Does that mean I'm going in?
He says, well, somebody's got to keep an eye out for giant crocodiles. I don't trust this place. I'll not be ambushed by it. Last time I went in
some doors, I got stuck, remember?
What are you talking about? You're a master at solving these traps.
Right.
Callisto says, come on. There's probably some good loot in here.
Guys, the Valia and Kellisto show always get in trouble. Alright, I'll step in like cautiously and look around. I'm like looking at the floor to make sure I don't step on anything.
The floor it's a smooth stone floor. And the biggest thing that you notice when you enter is that each of the statues seems to have they seem to be human statues, like bare-chested human male, but they each seem to have a different head on, and not a human head.
Any of them snakes?
You're not there. You're standing out front.
Oh,
Callisto.
I'll kind of walk up to one too, like on this side here.
Okay, this one is probably the one that looks the most snake-like, actually, but it looks a bit more lizardy. Valia, it's a little bit like, oh, hey, lizard folk friend, but it doesn't quite look right because the body is not lizard folk. The body is definitely human. But this one,
look, partial ancestors.
This one that Callisto's looking at is a frog. He has a frog head on a human body.
Yeah. I'll just continue up the line here.
Yep. This one is a jaguar. And this one looks really bizarre. You think it's like a lobster. But really weird looking. This one is a bat. And this one is a toucan. So the birds with the big beaks.
Wow. Okay.
I have lizard, jaguar, and crab on my...
Yep, and then toucan, bat.
And these are all statues?
And frog. Yep, these are stone statues. Human from, the shoulders down. Different creatures from the neck up.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go to the middle and look. I'm not going to touch anything, but I just want to look at this thing.
Do they have different poses, or are they just standing like straight up?
They're just standing straight up, both arms down by their sides. It's very kind of normal, stance. There's no difference in their posture.
Anything up the base?
Of the statues? You mean?
Yes.
Nope. They've got like little kind of pedestal that the statue is standing on. It's just a little round pedestal, but nothing
No inscriptions?
Not on the statue?
No slots, sockets?
No spot where you put coins in. Nothing. So, Valia, you're checking out the pedestal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the pedestal has a square piece on top that looks very similar to some of the pedestals that you've seen previously. And you also notice around, it's also kind of on a circular, has a circular base. And around that circular base is some writing in common, which is quite
I'll
unusual.
kneel down.
Okay. It says, comes with sunshine, leaves with night, hides in darkness, does not bite, always joined to its caster, never strays from its master. And here, I'll put this in chat so you can...
And this is
I was
just
trying to write that down.
it's just written in common on the
It's
pedestal.
just written in common around the base of this pedestal.
Oh, look, we got a riddle. Who's good at riddles?
Riddles!
From its master. Okay.
Kellisto gets close and he goes, I think that Ulfgar should do this. I don't like the looks of this.
I just shake my head. I said, nope. The more we get trapped in people in here, the more we're going to get trapped. He talks too much.
You're right.
So let's see here. Comes with sunshine. Please. So, no, not cloud.
Always joined to its caster, never strays from its master. Hey, Tobias! Oh, hi, Tobias. This is talking about you on here.
Maybe well, let's see. We have a toucan.
Says a caster master or something. Is this you and Arokh?
Okay, so we have toucan, bat, frog, jaguar, and
Crab and lizard. Well,
crab and lizard.
half lizard, half man.
This is lizard right here. This is jaguar, and this is a lobster. Pinchy.
He's like the oddball of the group.
Mm-hmm.
I would write more names in there, but for some reason the map is not letting me write on the right now.
You wrote too much. No more.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is.
If there are references to the one of the statues, it looks like more like I'm just torn between bat and the frog.
Do they have
that?
It's sunshine. It does not reference the sunrise. It might be even either a dusk, where the lights comes down, bats leaving their homes at night. They hide in darkness. They don't bite usually. Probably they can be summoned by various magic users.
Yeah, possibly. Can I walk over to the bat statue and get real close to? I want to look at it real close, like kind of maybe touch it, see if it does anything.
Yeah, you certainly can.
Chomp.
So yeah, you give the statue a good pat down, frisking the statue. But it seems like it's all solid. Seems all stony, cold and damp to the touch.
So well, I don't see anything hidden on it, like buttons or anything to take off of it. Or can I see if it'll move? Like, can I move it from the pedestal or what?
Hey, Ulfgar, how high is the sun?
How high is the sun?
Oh no.
And he
I
points
shake
up and
my
says, "About that high." Says, "Yes, smart aleck, you."
I just shake my head. No. Can I look around while they're making back? Can I look around this back area and like look
More,
see if there's a
older,
hole?
more likely,
or...
what time of day is it?
Oh, right.
I think it's like mid-afternoon.
It's sometime in the mid-afternoon.
There's also overcasts whenever y'all were out there, so
That's true.
it's hard to tell.
2:32 p.m.
Make an investigation check for that back wall search there, Valia.
Oh, I'm never good at these. So, I mean, I got a -2, so I know it's
You
not
rolled
gonna
a
work.
0.
Can't get no lower than that.
It seems
I'm like, it's a wall.
it's a
Okay,
cold, damp wall.
Maybe I'll have better luck. Nope. I got
So, do you wanna look at the wall?
It's cold and damp.
Well,
Any luck in there? Or are you asking more
No.
time clues?
I asked Kellisto if she wants to look around that back wall. I'm gonna go back to the pedestal and
She starts doing a search on.
see if anything moves on this pedestal, or any, like if there's a pressure plate on the top, or
It does look like it has the square, space on top, like you've seen previous pedestals. But there doesn't seem to be any kind of like mechanism on it. Okay, so
Can this statue be moved in some way?
I couldn't move it.
wait, which one are you trying to move though?
Oh, I was trying to move the bat.
The bat. And which one are you trying to move, Tobias? Or are you trying to move it, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to check if this bat will be able to move. Just kind of push it out of the place.
We're gonna break its wing off or something.
Well, if you if you're working together, make me. Could you make strength checks, please?
Callisto suddenly says, "Shadow! It's a shadow!" As she's doing her investigation.
Jeez, my rolls are so bad. I mean, I can lift or pull 450 pounds, but I mean, this is solid stone.
Yeah, true. It's
It doesn't seem
it's a
to.
shadow.
Doesn't seem to move. The statue does not seem to move.
I just lean on it with one hand on its little bat face. I'm like, it's not going nowhere. Let's see here. What else? If you don't think maybe bat, what else? What would be your second?
Callisto says, "Wait, this isn't another torch puzzle, is it?" Because torches
Is there
cast light.
maybe opening in the ceiling that?
Neither one of us could figure that out.
Okay.
No opening in the ceiling. Who does have light sources in here? Just so I know.
Actually,
My javelin has
Yeah.
the end of it lit up.
Okay.
Yep. And Callisto has dark vision. And she did investigate along the back wall. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I did see that 16, but
Okay.
it looks like a solid stone wall.
I don't
Alright,
see
I will
any
look at
sign
the
of
frog
any
closer.
passage back here.
You either? Okay. Yeah, I'll check the frog over here. Up close.
Okay. Yep. You give the frog a good frisking, and it seems the same as the bat. You don't find any kind of buttons or
Frisky frog.
any movement to it.
There isn't just a puzzle cube sitting right there, right?
No, there is not a puzzle.
No.
There's a spot where a puzzle cube would be. But
Yeah, where it would be. I believe me, I actually looked at that real good. Okay, I'm gonna go to the two. I'm just gonna go to each statue, and I'm just gonna be like touching all over them, like looking at them.
Callisto's going to help with that.
Okay. Then one of you make an investigation check with advantage.
Callisto's
getting
got a
advantage
plus
from the
2.
help.
How about you?
Yeah, go ahead, Callisto, because that ain't gonna work with me.
All right. So...
I'm just like, yep, it's cold stone. It's heavy.
So
Okay.
there you go. With advantage, she does the same.
Quick, give her inspiration.
So you do a thorough search of all 6 of them, and the statues themselves seem to be solid. No
Are they
buttons, levers, anything like
Are
that.
they on pedestal? Like, are they sitting on pedestals, or like the stone statues? They were just on a solid piece. We didn't know there was anything under them.
They're sitting on just a small kind of circular piece of stone. It's just like about maybe a foot high, you know?
Okay, just enough to give them a little rise. Oh.
Yeah.
So, what if we make shadows? Like, this is a raised pedestal in the center, right? So what if we...
that would make sense with the riddle. Comes the sunshine, shadow comes during the day, it goes away at night, doesn't bite, returns to its caster, never strays from its master, never leaves. So we need a shadow.
Right, so we have to have light in order to have a shadow. So what if we hold the light source so that it casts shadows on the different statues?
Yeah, I'll start with the toucan. I'll hold my javelin up and try to see if that casts enough water.
The inscriptions reference frog, so I think the frog will be the one that we should cast. Shadow.
That's a good call.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the toucan, you hold your javelin up, and it's got a big shadow behind it for sure. Like the back of the alcove becomes very dark. But that's the only thing that you notice.
Alright, I'll mosey over to the frog and do it with the frog.
The frog, the same thing. The shadow changes, like, for both the toucan and the frog, the shadow changes very strongly. Like it's like it was meant to cast a shadow. The design of the statue somehow makes the shadow very strong.
Callisto says, "Hold it there. Let me see if I can feel a passage there or something." And she tries to inspect behind the statue.
Which one?
The frog.
Okay. Do an investigation check behind the frog.
Yay! Investigation check. I definitely know where that's at on the sheet now. Natural 20 and a natural 1.
So she is super confident that she did a thorough search, but does not find anything.
Now, I wonder if we have to put the statue, if the shadows need to come together to form something. What do you think, Tobias? You seem to be onto this one here.
From my understanding, I think we should cast shadow on the pedestal, or other way.
Use the shadow of the pedestal?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll walk over to the pedestal. And you may try to face it towards the frog here?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Alright, I'll do that. I'm gonna try to see if I can get the pedestal shadow to, somehow finagle it over here at the frog.
Okay. So you get, you position your javelin, like the part that's glowing, kind of down towards, like, the lower half of the pedestal. And it does kind of make the pedestal cast a shadow onto the frog, but nothing happens.
Ulfgar, is this stuff magic? Hold on. He comes in and he casts Detect Magic real quick around the room.
Okay. You get a glow of magic from behind the bat.
Oh. He says, behind that, what the heck is that? And he points at the bat statue.
They do look slightly monstrous.
And he says, behind that is glowing. I'm going back outside. So he goes,
It's very it's very Island of Dr. Moreau in here,
Yeah. I'll try to cast a shadow on the bat. I'm all squatting in the floor and twisting around.
So from behind the pedestal, you're casting the pedestal shadow on the bat?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Nothing happens.
Callisto, go shimmy behind that again.
All right. She investigates the monster bat monster statue. Let me roll the roll.
Okay.
Roll the roll. Ulfgar, give me strength. Okay.
Oh, God.
Toot magic horn. And he gives her inspiration,
This
which
is how
she's
you
going
play
to
double
use.
characters.
There is. It's like abusing.
He just has split personality. It's okay.
And a big cat. Ooh.
Nope, she does not find anything going on back there.
It's like, ow, I think I got a hangnail. No. I'm not searching this thing anymore. This sucks. These things are just statues. There's no loot. Bleh.
The only magic's coming from here is there's something to this one.
Can you get your light source behind that thing and have it cast a shadow? Or we cast shadows
try.
on... Or then we cast a shadow on it from the pedestal, like Tobias suggested?
Yeah, okay, I'll see if I can try to cast a shadow of the bat onto the pedestal.
So as you lift your javelin to kind of like try and position it round behind the bat, you lift it up in front of the bat, and the shadow that's cast from this monstrous creation's head, in the darkness of that, you swear and this is just kind of as you're moving it, so you just get a glimpse of it, but something in the shadow back there looked different.
Okay. I'm like, Tobias, come up here and look. Let me keep an eye on the other side of me, and let me move this around. There's something weird with the shadows.
So, what you doing with your javelin?
Around its head. Is that what you said? I got a small glimpse around its head.
Okay, so you hold your javelin up to its head, and you're kind of moving it backwards and forwards a bit. Is that what? Or...
Yeah, kind of slowly. Yeah, it's kind of like you have a wand. You're trying to go over a little bit or something.
Oh, it's just like the airport. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just like, sorry, buddy, we got to do the pat down.
First he gets frisked, now he gets the wand.
Take your shoes off.
All right. Yeah, as you're doing this, you notice that what you notice is as you move your javelin, the lit part of your javelin in front of the bat's face, the shadow becomes stronger back there. And Tobias, are you having a look back there with them, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see.
I'm trying to pay attention to this.
Okay. Actually, you all would see, because the bat's head isn't blocking it entirely, but you all see a glimpse of an opening in the wall behind the statue when Valia is moving.
How big of an opening?
Alright. Tell me when to stop, and then I'll stop as somebody with long arms reach back there.
It's somebody gonna cooperate with this, I assume.
Well, I'm waiting to find out how big of an opening you're saying.
Oh, okay. So it looks like somebody
just stick your arm in there.
It looks like actually somebody could shimmy through it. Not somebody not a bigger character, Aelia couldn't fit and Arokh couldn't fit. But you guys think that you could you'd have to stand sideways and push yourself through, but you think you could do that. And it is taller as well.
I'm like, do we rock, paper, scissors it?
Kellisto says, I could just shapeshift into that.
Okay. Wouldn't really rock, paper, scissors here, would it? Would it be quill, parchment, something, fire, I don't know.
I think it's frog, bird, crocodile or something right now. I don't know.
Here we go.
So it's a narrow opening.
It's a narrow opening, yeah. But it is taller.
I don't know if cats or dogs or anything like that comes with a dark vision variant, but she would probably go turn into something like that, smaller beast that has dark vision. I have to say I'm not familiar with many of the beast options she has that would come with that.
Let's have a look, see if cat has. Ridiculously, cat does not have dark vision.
I don't know if any beasts actually do.
I don't know that they do. Well, I'm sure one of them does, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. If we're
How about a rat?
I am just looking at a rat. Rat. Oh, rats do have dark vision. What the hell?
All right, she turned into a really big rat.
Okay.
And well, before she does, she says, "Hold that still, because I don't know if this thing's gonna like collapse when you move the light away or something." Anyway, and she just rat.
Okay.
And she squeak, and she like
Squeaky,
around,
squeak,
gets her
squeak.
bearings, and starts like. Tudum.
Okay. So Kellisto finds that it's like this little tunnel actually, and it goes, east for about 5-7 feet, and then takes a turn to the right,
Follow
and
it down.
goes down here.
Mm-hmm.
You still going?
Yep.
Okay.
Here, I'll move her. Sorry.
It's alright. And then opens up into a room.
Ooh.
And let me describe this room for you. So a strange grid is etched into the far wall on this stone cell. Of this stone cell, sorry, not on.
Okay.
So it's a very plain stone room,
Mm-hmm.
except over here in this wall is a weird grid. And here, let me show you what it looks like.
Oh boy.
Boop. There you go.
What? Can she reach this grid as a rat?
Not exactly.
Okay.
She's got a decent view up to it, but
Okay. And that's all that's in this room that she sees.
correct.
Great. She could reach some of it though. Probably just the bottom.
Yeah, maybe.
I guess she'll turn into her human form out here.
Okay.
And then she'll call back down there and say, "There's this big grid pattern on the wall with a bunch of... Some of the tiles are dark."
Why did I close that? Oh my gosh.
Should I just like start pushing them or something?
There's a big red button.
And there's a bunch of big red buttons. I just want to press them all. And she starts walking towards them with her fingers out. How big are these tiles?
I would say they're about like... They're actually... trying to think. Like maybe a foot by a foot.
Oh, so they're pretty big.
Well, would that fit though? Hang on.
Oh.
No, that wouldn't quite fit. It takes up the whole wall, right? And there are 15 tiles across and 7 tiles down. 7 rows of 15 tiles. But it takes up kind of the whole wall back here.
Okay.
So here, let me...
I just kind of call over my shoulder and I'm like, Tobias, you might want to see if you can go over and help.
There you go. Weird grid.
Says it's actually pretty safe to come through here. As far as it's just narrow. Just don't get stuck.
Okay, so I'm trying to squeeze in.
I mean, I'd go, but I'm holding this light, and I'm afraid, like, if I let go, I'm gonna get stuck.
Okay. So yeah, you have to kind of, it's really awkward, Tobias. You have to, it's about 3 feet high, so you have to kind of crouch down and turn sideways and like squeeze your way along. But you are, as long as you're not claustrophobic, then you're fine.
So I don't know. Do you think we need to push all these at once or something? Do they look like the tiles are, I don't know, I guess, have crevice around them so to represent that like they might be movable tiles, or it's just a tiled wall?
They look just like they're tiles on a wall.
Kellisto pushes the one in the top left corner. She stretches on her toes.
It does not move.
The one next to that?
Again, does not move.
All right. The blonde one next to that.
I lost the handout. Hang on.
So she's like, smack, smack, smack.
Creatures. Where is it?
So this is just some kind of mosaic. This.
Yeah, if I
Ugh.
do that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Because I've lost it on my screen. Those tiles are just dark, right?
Yes. Yep. They're just they're ceramic tiles, like pottery tiles, and some of them are just darker than others. Like those. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that are darker.
Yeah, I thought these were buttons, but they don't move.
Can we try to pry them open, like take them out of the wall? Like stick a dagger in between tiles and move it up.
Yeah, I mean, you'd feel like you could probably wedge something, maybe scrape some of the grout away, wedge something in there.
So I'm trying to wedge some of the tiles.
Okay. Yeah, so it takes a minute to kind of scrape some of the grout away, but then you can wedge a dagger in there and use it to kind of pop one of the tiles off.
Mm-hmm.
And behind it is stone, where it was kind of cemented in place.
I try to do this to every dark tile.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll help.
Yeah, it takes you guys a while. But yeah, you can pop them off. Valia, is there anything you're doing in the meantime?
I'm just like, actually, I look and I just kind of move the javelin, the light away a little bit, see if it closes.
So the opening does disappear from view.
But it doesn't sound like anything closes.
No, there's no noise to it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to shimmy back there. I don't know if I'm gonna fit. I'm bigger than they are, I think.
It's really awkward and tight squeeze. You have to crouch down because it's only 3 feet high. So you're crouching down sideways, shuffling your way through the wall, but you can make it through there. You'll probably get there and there you see them popping tiles off a wall. I think there's just a couple left that they're working on at the moment. And a couple of the dark ones. They haven't popped any of the light ones off.
I'm like, oh, what are y'all doing?
Oh gosh, I thought you were holding the light. How do we get back out?
Just crawl back through the way we came, like how I got here.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a door. Apparently, it's just a shadow that you can't see.
We're redecorating. We don't like the way that they've got things on the walls here, so we're
any clues?
Doing a bit of graffiti. Yeah.
Do the tiles have anything on them?
They're dark. They don't look right, so we're unwriting them.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought they might be big buttons like we did in that one. You could press on it and stuff, and in the Gatorman cave that we went into.
Yeah, isn't that the one that caught us on fire?
Yeah, and I thought this might do the same thing, but it didn't. It doesn't even work.
I just slowly back up down the hallway.
Okay, bye.
It's but it doesn't. It doesn't do anything. It's just a tiled wall. And so he says that he was thinking that we should just remove the ones that look out of place, and and then at least the room will look better. I don't know.
There's nothing else on the walls or floor in this room or anything. Or clues, just dark tiles.
Yeah, it is a bare stone cell, except for these tiles.
That's really weird. Okay, y'all have fun. I'm just like sitting. I'm just like crouched down, kind of just like I'm squatting with my hands there. I'm like, okay. So does it form a cube?
What?
Do they form a cube?
Because
that pedestal thing out there. We usually pick the cubes up off of.
Oh, so she checks out both sides of the tiles to see if there's anything on the tiles. No.
There's too many tiles to form a cube.
She says it'd make a really wonky cube.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't seen them, so I didn't know how many y'all took. So I'm just like, okay. Do the other tiles? Sorry, I had to sneeze there. The other tiles don't move at all? Just those, right?
Right. I mean, I tried slapping a bunch of them, but nothing happened.
And actually, and Kellisto, you'd pushed both colors, and nothing happened to either of them.
Right. But there's 9 of them, and there's 6 statues, and there's 7 of us, 8 of us, and let me just finish getting this last tile off.
Yeah, I mean, by now you guys have removed all of the dark colored tiles.
Yay. Okay, so is the puzzle cube there? And she starts shimmying back through.
Okay. Yeah, you shimmy back through, and there is no change in the room outside.
That didn't do anything.
Maybe there's more passages between behind the statues.
Well, Ulfgar only saw a magic one here. Maybe there's other regular passages. And then she says, and she starts looking through the rest of the behind each of the statues, feeling the walls just one at a time, starting in the top left and going down. And one at a time.
Ulfgar, can you check if those tiles are magical?
Bring one to me. Kellisto says, okay, and she brings one over and holds it up to him.
I actually took all the dark tiles that we just scraped off the wall.
Okay. And he'd cast Detect Magic on the tiles.
Nope, they're not magical.
Nope. Look pretty plain to me.
Maybe we can cast shadows with them. Maybe that will help.
You're gonna cast... I'm not even gonna ask. That sounds bizarre. Last time we had a 2-sided pool, so I couldn't tell you on this one. Callisto says, these tiles, they weren't exactly easy to come off. I don't think that's intended how they're supposed to work or something. Do you think that pattern represents something we're supposed to repeat elsewhere? And she starts looking at the inscription on the floor of the main foyer.
So the inscription on the floor in the main entrance is there's a fair amount of long, there's quite a bit of text there because it's like telling this whole story kind of thing. So definitely, it definitely doesn't seem to be any correlation between the text and the tiles. There's too few tiles, kind of.
So going into the next room, there's nothing along the back wall that might represent another similar tiled structure or anything like that.
We all saw it was just a cold wall.
Yeah. It's just as far as you know, it's well, yeah. I mean, your searches told you that it is a cold stone wall, solid cold stone wall.
I guess at this
I'd like
point.
to take.
Okay.
I'd like to take a closer look to this wall with tiles.
Okay. Make a investigation check.
Meanwhile,
There's
Callisto's
something
like,
amiss.
Ulfgar, come on, go in there and scan the freaking wall with your spell.
Sorry, not this.
The wall is very feared. Don't hurt me. Yeah, it seems like just normal tiles
And
on a wall, on a stone wall.
Ulfgar and Callisto end up getting grumpy with each other, and then finally says, "Fine, but if you see that crocodile coming, then I need you to make sure that to let us know straight away, okay?"
There's no openings in the places where we just remove the tiles.
Nope, it is just solid stone.
And Ulfgar makes his way back into the back room.
We're just going to
Squeeze in.
Going to back.
And he's using detect magic.
There is nothing magical in this room except for stuff that you guys are carrying.
The only thing magic in this room is us. And he starts walking out of the room. Actually, before he does, he says, "So what's with this wall? It looks different from the other walls in the room, right?"
It's got a bunch of tiles stuck to it. Fewer than it had previously, but 9 less tiles now.
He'll do his own investigation check on the wall as well, just to see if there's something he can figure out. And he's got his dwarven stone thing.
Valia, let's try to cast shadow on this wall because you have the light source.
Or Valia's standing right behind me with it.
Yep, there's a big dwarf-shaped shadow on the wall right now.
Yep.
And something changed with tiles, or?
Nope. Tiles stay exactly the same.
Do you think this has anything more to do with shadows? Or frogs or birds? The only clues that we had were on that central dais that talks about shadow, said Callisto. So, how do we make shadow in here? Well, obviously we need light source, but I mean, you've shown it on the weird bat thing before and it showed us the door.
Here we can just leave our light source in this crevice and block it.
Wait, leave the light source where? Like in the hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could put the light source there. What are you using to cast the shadow?
Ourselves.
Make teapot shapes. And nothing
happens. People's to establish domination.
Do the bird. Nothing happens. Exactly. Callisto does one that's a really good froghemoth. But nothing happens.
Yeah, I am out of ideas.
This place seems a bit strange to me. Often in the past we've had little passages and stuff that led into other areas. I'd like to think that there's another area on the other side. Perhaps we check all the surrounding walls for any other secret openings and see what that leads us. Shall I let her out quick?
Probably.
Alright, I will return momentarily.
Okay, so you guys are searching the searching the statues in the main room again? Or what's the...
I would like to take a close look to the pedestal. There's anything significant to it, or just the plain pedestal?
And the most significant thing about it is the inscription. It's the writing.
I have all the tiles on me. I'm going to place all the tiles on the pedestal.
Okay. Like in a nice little stack. Yeah, nothing happens, unfortunately. Oh, can you, Tobias, why don't you make an intelligence check? See if you,
If I'm smart enough.
if you're figuring this out.
Nope.
Not so much.
Ulfgar comes back over and says, Kellisto, get back in there. I'm not doing any good with these kind of weird things. She says, fine. And she goes in and says, so what are we doing this time? What, did the tiles get anything? I was busy looking for crocodiles.
Why could you hang on. Yeah, could Kellisto make an intelligence check, please?
Hopefully it's gonna be a lot better than Ulfgar's. There you go.
Okay. The number of letters in the inscription seems very close to the number of tiles.
Wait, what? Are you kidding? What? The number of tiles equals the number of letters? Wait, with or without the dark tiles?
With the dark tiles. Like the total number of tiles.
Okay, so she goes around searching the walls, and then she ends up searching more walls in here. She comes over to this, and she's like, okay, so Ulfgar told me I need to think like I'm reading the book. I don't want to read the book. And then she starts she just sits there and starts like looking at the wall and meditating while looking at it and like, And she starts going 1, 2, 3, you know, and she ends up going through it all, and then she's like, okay, and then she walks back out to the pedestal, and she's thinking the same thing, comes back, and then she's like, wait a minute, it's a secret code, she says down the hallway. Orvex, get your butt in here.
No.
Rorax is like, is this some old Amuan that needs translating?
Something like that. I need you to look at the letters on the pedestal in the middle.
This is just written in common.
I know, but
you don't need me for this.
You're translating things. You're good with words. Somebody
he says, you don't need me for this. And he's kind of says, these statues are quite monstrous.
Somebody needs to look at the letters on the pedestal. I can't do this.
Okay, I'm going to do this.
All right, so what's the first letter?
C.
Okay, write that down. Get Valia. She's got a map. She can write on the back or something.
Orvex says, well, if you just take a piece of flint and scratch it into the stone.
I told you'd be the one that could help us.
He hands it over to Tobias. Here, if you just scratch it on the stone. Then
you're just getting like this voice from this tunnel right now. She says, all right, so what's the second letter?
Oh.
Okay. Write that down. Then she says, what 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21. What's the 21st letter? It's only going to get worse from here.
I'm really going to do this.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
I'm just sitting in the corner, like, watching everybody throwing rocks around.
And they just really look ridiculous. They're running backwards and forwards between this room. It's like Keystone Cops, like, but with ancient temples.
2.
It will be E.
Write that down. Hold on a second. 2, 21, 36, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 58. Hold on. 59, 60. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 8, 5. Hold on. We're almost there. 96, 97, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, and 1.
Hard work.
And then that's 103, 4, 5. Okay. Whoop. No. That didn't post? Oh, it did post. Okay. And there's a total of 105 on there. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So those are the letters we need. 1, 2, 21, 36, 42, 58, 63, 85, 102. So I don't know if it's easier for you to count forwards or backwards on those letters. But what are the letters you had so far? C, O,
C-O-E.
E. Okay. And then what's next?
Hang on.
How many adventurers does it take to...
Are we there yet?
How fast can you count, Valia?
1, 2.
So about as fast as me.
Like, what exactly are you doing?
We're counting the tiles because the tiles match the letters that we're looking for, and the letters match the tiles, and the numbers match the letters, and then that makes the word or the phrase that we need to say to summon the evil demon god. I mean, get the puzzle box.
I'm just gonna go feed myself to the mother croc thing.
I thought you were the mother croc.
The other mother croc. The one that tried to eat y'all, apparently.
Oh, the mother crocker. Gotcha. So I don't know if many words start with C.
I'm gonna look at my bag. I should have like an extra piece of parchment since I do mapping and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
I just go over there and I'm like, I just, kind of, how when you're a kid you just put a crayon, put it over something and scribble on it, to get the letters.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do all that and then take it back in there and be like, here, stop yelling. I'm trying to sleep in the corner.
Trying to sleep here.
I just creepily crawl backwards on all four, into the darkness.
So I know that the water makes you sleepy, but jeez.
I mean, if there wasn't a giant croc out there that I had to fight, I'd just go sleep out.
This must be why Ulfgar always gets grumpy around water, because it makes you grumpy too. Sleepy grumpy.
I just give her the parchment and I just crawl back out into the corner.
And she looks at the parchment and she's holding it upside down and she's like, this doesn't look right. Then she says, Tobias, have you figured out the things yet? I'm coming out of here. This place sucks. And she starts shimmying back through. That was not worth turning into a rat for. I'm just saying.
I gave you a parchment. What's wrong?
I'm done with counting. He's figuring it out, and she's pointing at Tobias, who is like going 1, 2, 3 on the letters. He's getting it. He's getting it. Hopefully, yeah. He's still going.
I was like, I have a little pebble, and I just throw it at Tobias's feet.
Oh,
You know
no.
what's funny? Is if I end up miscounting, and these are not the letters at all. The numbers.
I was like,
I'm doing my best.
I'm like, did you get it? Did you get it yet? Did you get it? Just throwing little rocks. Did you get it yet?
I don't think you guys are helping. The sun is starting to set outside.
Sun's setting. Big Croc probably gonna come in. And y'all realize Arok's hanging out on the front step.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he might want to, like, vacate to the roof.
And Kellisto says, "Is it Koliak? No. Coercive. Cooperate. How do you spell cooperate?
I love that you guys are just kind of sitting back and letting Tobias do all the work.
Hey, I'm not about to steal it from him at this point. He's been putting a lot of effort into this. All right.
I kind of got lost. That's why I'm not doing it.
So did I mess up the numbers?
Probably.
What did you get?
Oh, some typing.
Cover. Cave.
So. Wait.
Cover Tave.
What? Who?
That's too many letters.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that is too many letters. Maybe it's covert. I don't know. So it's COV.
Yeah, COV.
So it's leaves. It's 21, and then 36. So that's 22, 23, 20. Ooh. Does it count the spaces?
No.
Okay. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, 33, 34, 35, 36. Is it E? Yeah, COVE. I'm guessing cover. It's probably cover something. Wait, what would we need to cover? Okay. So then...
Your butts, because you're about to get eaten.
102 would be... Oh, I think you did 105. So it'd be cover Tava? Covertava? Covertava?
Sorry.
Hold on. So...
hang on. How do you make bold letters on Discord?
S.
I have to say I don't know.
So I think you got cover. I don't think the last bit is proper.
I love that what that turned into.
Because I like because the last letter is S, so it's I can verify COVER, and then
something
S. I feel like we're playing Hangman here.
Oh,
Could be multiple words.
maybe if you get it wrong, you're gonna die. I don't know.
We're already dying slowly inside. Okay, so I could count backwards, I guess. So that would be, what's the 85? No. So that's 102, 101, 1, 99, 97, 96, 95, 94, 93, 92, 91, 90. Oh my god. 89, 87, 86, 85, E. Okay. I got an E before the S. Okay, so it's cover blank blank ES. Is what I'm getting. Okay, I still have no idea what this could be. Hold on. COVERT. Cover test? No. I will keep on going backwards. All right, so 85. 63 is the next one. Are they reading left to right or top to bottom?
So, maybe an easier way to work it out is... Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. It's
probably easier if it was like on paper, because then we could actually like write the letters on there and then just be, oh, it's really easy. But no, we've got to count this stuff.
Hang on. Notepad++.
Yeah, you can do this with cells as well. So
true.
E. I forgot where it was. I think it's joined was 85. So what's the next one was 63, 84, 83, 81, 80, 79, 78, 77, 76, 70. I'm not used to counting backwards for so much. 74, 73, 72, 71, 70. 60.
I gave up because I kind of got lost. So
66, 65. Oh, I got an O. All right. Cover toes? Is it cover toes?
I just like cover mine. I just curl mine under. I was like, I don't have toes.
I don't even remember that. I don't even know anymore. I probably miscounted as well. Oh my gosh.
Cover toes? Is that what you're going with? That's the
cover toes. Yes. Let's cover their toes. She runs around and starts covering toes. Well, she's like, cover nose. No, I have no idea. I'm still going. What is it? So, and I don't even know if it's cover. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Probably should have written the whole thing down and then just numbered. This would have been faster for me at this point.
Yeah, I already did it.
Oh, is that what you were doing? Okay.
I just separated each letter on the line for better visualization.
Gotcha.
Then...
So then, I don't even know where that number was anymore. COVER. Wait, COVER. R is 42. That's gonna be here. Darkness. So 58 is the next one we need. So 43, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 58. E? Oh noes. I've totally messed this up at this point. Scramble time.
Seriously.
No kidding.
Stay tuned next week when we figure out our puzzle.
Well, we count letters.
Absolutely. Nerevar's killing me now. I keep seeing him typing and then not typing, then typing.
How many adventures does it take to count letters?
Here we go.
Okay, I got
The text.
I got something that have even less sense.
There you go.
Oh,
And
you
I've
go.
got my roll 20. So
All right, we're enlisting chat to help us out. So
You guys are phoning a friend.
yeah, because it's not what I've got typing here. But there's no spaces either.
Yep, spaces don't count.
Yeah. Which actually makes it a lot.
the words that I got is
I wonder how many people are yelling at us right now.
What? How do you have? There's only 9 letters. How do you have so many?
Does our guide does he know like does he know of a god name by this, like close to this, or
He says no. He says copper seems like a word in common, a common word in common. Says,
yeah, look how I done it.
Callisto says, "I think I'd prefer the fire." Nerevar, I can't
Yeah,
see
I
that.
mean,
Your screen is so tiny to
y'all
me.
are killing me with boredom over here.
I'd rather take the burning. Okay, let's do.
Okay, let's do this together. I have it scrambled on each letter is in the line, so
Oh, accidentally did that.
so we see O.
All right, so I think there we go. That should be all of them without any spaces. That I just typed into chat.
wait, what?
I just typed into chat the whole thing without spaces. Not our chat, into like
Oh, Twitch chat?
Twitch chat. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, we're enlisting Twitch chat.
Collective.
Yes.
Collective counting of the letters.
Oh my gosh, because that is ridiculous. So
We should be ashamed.
E-R. So I hope that I got the numbers right. I'm gonna recount. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kashcah, can you just help us, please? Because
this
we're
is way too
obviously
much
not as
fun.
smart as some of our characters are.
It's just the matter of pride.
Because
Wait, hang on. Let me look at your numbers. I'll make sure your numbers are correct. How's that?
that would be wonderful. Because Kellisto is smarter. Callisto's character is smarter than I am in real life, for sure. Oh, okay. COVEREYRSC. Cover eyes? No, cover.
That R is wrong.
That R looks wrong. Cover eyes. Go blind now. Okay, cover your eye. Peekaboo. So Callisto. I don't know if she has anything in her pack that would help. She's got incense. She's got a shield. She's got a pack. It hurts. It hurts a lot. This is not good.
So wait, what are you trying to find a way to cover
the statue's eyes.
Oh, it's cover the statue's eyes. Okay.
I'm just gonna walk over and start putting pieces of cloth on the statue's head. So just like whatever.
Okay, I don't have any cloth, so that works.
Yeah, I mean somebody has a medicine kit, right?
Yeah, just rip my nub. I'm just like here, I'm just tying them around, like putting covers over their eyes, their face.
Yeah.
I said I don't like them staring at me anyway.
I like cover toes much better.
Cover toes. It was much easier.
You know,
Okay, so...
Thank you, Chad.
not Cheetos.
Thank you, Lamb. You saved them from a very painful death of counting letters.
DM's like, nothing else is gonna kill you, but I am. Boom! Strike of lightning hits everybody and burns everybody to the ground.
Okay, so as you blindfold the statues, the first 5, nothing's happening, but when you blindfold the 6th statue, the pedestal in the center of the room rotates, and a ornate stone cube emerges from a hatch on its surface.
Oh, thank God.
And here is... Doop. There you go. There's
Papazottle's puzzle cube.
There you go.
I knew I hated the Obli, and now this confirms it. Those freaky birds giving me story problems? No.
Story problem?
I don't care how fast too many horses went to take this thing down to the marketplace with oranges and apples in tow. It's no.
I just grabbed the tablet really quick and run. I'm just like, we're leaving. We need to go now. Bye. I don't want to be in here no more.
Oh my gosh. And she comes back out, and Ulfgar's like, well, did you get it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna make my way to the stairs. I'm like, let's go. Remember, there's a mama dial somewhere around here. I just jump. I just slink into the water, looking around. I'm like, oh, look.
Where are we going?
If it's clear. I don't care anywhere but here.
Valia is so dumb with... Rorax is gonna kind of make his way out as well.
I'm like kind of bobbing above the water. I'm like, also remember those ones that I took back? I don't know if they're done eating or not, so we might want to go ahead and get out of here.
And it is starting to get fairly dark. So where are you guys heading?
I don't know. Can we see the map?
You can. Here, let me take you back.
Okay.
To the map of Omu.
Omu map. I do a scroll. Zoop. Okay, so we ended up...
I think we should probably head this way to the nearest bank. Right there.
Red. Small. Can we do like a a view check to see if there's any temples within sight of us?
Any what?
A temple-like buildings that might also have more puzzle cubes.
Oh, you're not done for the day. You just want to keep...
The next one's got to be better.
And so from here, it's kind of tricky to see, right? It's like you're inside a walled compound. Hello.
We are hard on the outside of the character, so we have to redeem ourselves.
Oh no. Okay, so you see it's tough to see like what the buildings are beyond kind of this immediate vicinity that you see kind of over here, you know. None of these buildings look like temple, like you're pretty well versed in what they look like. If this is the direction that you're looking in,
yeah,
not really.
Okay.
If you're looking are you looking anywhere else?
Well, basically just in a circle around us to see if there's anything close by.
Okay.
That looks like a temple.
So these buildings here are kind of submerged, actually. Like only the roofs are sticking up, so you can actually see like you think the temple that you're at is on higher ground than these buildings. Just the difference in the water level, right? So you can actually see like over here. That sure looks like one.
Well, there's another one over there. And she looks over at Ulfgar. But it means we gotta cross the water again. But we've gotta cross the water anyway, right? Ulfgar just gets this look on his face.
Remember, there's a big crocodile.
All right, so she casts Water Walk on the party.
Oh yeah.
Aw.
Okay.
Says, let's go.
Right.
Let's mark off another spell. That was. She says, we should make this count though because I can't cast it anymore. Oh well, I guess I can, but it's got to be for sure thing.
Okie doke. So let me get there. 1 second.
Once again, Ulfgar is on the back of Aelia due to his hesitation with water.
Okay, so oh, come on, do the thing. All right, so you're heading over there, right? It is looking it's getting darker by the minute as the sun is setting. So I think you can make it. How long does your spell last? Like 15 minutes or something?
It lasts at least an hour.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you've got plenty of time to go over there. But I think by the time you get over there, it is going to be fairly dark.
Why don't we just try and make it to one of these outside buildings, and we try camping there for the night, and we go into the temple first thing. Or all that again, but with Ulfgar's voice.
Okay, so everybody in agreement with that? You guys, is that what you guys want to do? Tobias and Valia?
I have no objections.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you head over here and you're climbing kind of on the roof of this one? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Make a perception check as you start kind of getting close to that one.
Okay, perception. Perspection. Perception. First one is Ulfgar. Second one is Kellisto.
You have a +8 to your perception.
Yes.
That is ridiculous.
It is his second highest skill. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, Kellisto definitely notices with that nice nat 20 there. She notices some creatures on top of the roof of the temple.
What kind of creatures?
So she sees movement. Are you gonna continue forward to get a closer look at what they are, or?
If we made it to the land, then I think that we should probably take cover. But I guess it depends. So, are we on a structure?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. So let's say you're kind of you're just poking your heads up, climbing onto this building here, and poking your heads up, having a look around, and you get a nice clear view of the roof, of this building from your angle, and with her nat 20, she can see what looks like grungs up on the roof of this building.
Oh, well, Kellisto would say, "Hold it," and she'd say, "I see a bunch of frog people."
Your favorite, the grungs.
The frog peoples, they're there, and she grabs somebody by the arm and points. And Ulfgar would say, "Maybe we don't approach just yet." Is there a way into this structure that we're on top of?
It's kind of half submerged, so you could you'd have to wade through water to go in a door.
Okay. So do that. Actually, I don't know if his spell, because it says it keeps them dry inside, but I think that might be the humidity.
Well, I think it's gonna keep water out as long as it doesn't already exist there, But I don't think it's gonna clear water from an area.
Immobile. You can make the inside be dimly lit or dark. Outside is opaque. Transparent. through it freely. Everything else unable to enter spells. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's the atmosphere is comfortable and dry. So don't know that we'd be able to here. And Ulfgar points to this building just north. Say perhaps we could take shelter there so that we're not too close to these guys for the night.
Okay, having a look at that building, even from here you can tell that it's in the same kind of situation where it's submerged.
What about this one? Does it look like it's got an upper floor that's not submerged?
Yep, you'll have to like wade through to kind of, well, I suppose you could try and like climb the wall to get into that area.
It's not looking promising. We'll have to be out in the open with the dome.
Do we really have that choice?
Well, it's either that or we go inland in the circle over by the Yuanti. Well,
Aelia says, why don't we try and stealthily make our way past the grungs? She says, maybe we could like sneak over here.
Aye, now that's a thought. Hey, Kellisto. I know. And she casts, where is it? Pass without a trace.
Okay.
Says, stay close to me or else it doesn't work.
Alright, so before everybody starts rolling, you've got to... I'll let you decide how you want to do this. You can either have your stealthiest person kind of make a check for the whole group, or you can roll individually if you want to like have somebody who's to blame if you get busted.
Being the stealthiest person as Ulfgar, I will not donate any opinion to this.
Oh, you're the stealthiest one? Or
I'm pretty sure.
what's your stealth check there, Ulfgar?
That's his number 1 skill, which I think is a +9.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Let me have a look at the Grung's perception check.
Has a perception of 24. Oh, just ignore that, folks.
It's night at this moment, right?
It is, yeah.
So we should be a little bit harder to detect.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's why your stealthiest person can make the check.
So how are we going to do this?
That's the question.
Pull this straw?
Do you want to have it so everybody makes rolls for stealth, or just one person makes a roll for the party?
I think we can make that everyone for themselves.
Okay. What do you think, Monkey?
Either way, I'm fine with rolling on my own if I need.
Okay, I guess we're rolling individual.
Okie doke. Alright, let me roll alias.
Alright.
Okay, who will be to blame?
No, I changed my mind.
Oh, don't forget you've got +10, right? Because
Yeah. Alright, that's Kellisto.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Whoa, that hurts. And he got +5.
Alright, so let's see what Ulfgar would have gotten for the party.
Oh, we got Mr. Show Off.
No, that's alright.
Okay, so you're sneaking past, you're kind of wading through the water as quietly as you can until you get to like slightly higher ground, and trying to keep an eye on the grungs as well, and suddenly some arrows whistle through the air
Go
towards Arokh.
Pick them up, throw them in the lava.
Those 15 hits.
Oof. Oof, oof.
Yeah, those are 3.
Okay, Arokh's armor class is 16.
Okay, so just the 1 hit
So-
then.
That's a good armor class.
And you hear quite a few voices kind of raise as well. There's a lot of grung shouts going on. And Ulrich says, they're not happy.
And
Can you
they
understand that?
They aim at. They were aiming for the Arokh, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Actually, I didn't roll for Orvex. Orvex he's gonna just... Oh, he does have stealth. Well, look at you, Orvex, with your stealth. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a skill that's useful.
Arokh's kinda goes and going for a quick ascent, and he's going to glide in the different direction.
Okay. So he kind of...
He's going to basically pull the attention from the party.
Okay. Which way is he going?
Okay, where are we? We are.
You're like... No, you're over here.
Over here. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't draw the line. I will draw it now.
Yeah, get on that.
And he's going to for the wall. He's going to try to.
Oh, like over up and over this wall, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fly over this wall.
Okay. All right. So you guys hear a lot of kind of grung activity. There's shouts and some splashing around in the temple area behind you. Do you want to? What are the rest of you going to do?
So did Arokh take off and go in the other direction or something?
Yep. You see Arokh fly up and over this circular wall, and kind of disappears from view.
Ulfgar just kind of like motions to keep going. Go. And he's trying to get close to Orvex and ask if he can understand that. He'd use message to talk to him just to keep it quiet.
Wait, what? So you... Orvex, if he can understand the grung?
Yes.
Orvex says, yes, of course I can.
If we get caught, you let them know that we helped them.
He says... Can he still reply, or no?
Yeah.
How did you help them?
And he casts message again and says, we saved one of their lives from being sacrificed.
Oh, he says, oh, this is very helpful. Do you remember who it was?
No. Rather, he just shakes his head no. He wouldn't bother casting again.
Okay. Right. Okay, so you guys keep on trucking.
Yeah.
And are you going to... Where are you going to go?
To this building.
Okay. Right. So... Let's see, I've already got stealth checks from you, so we'll just call that your hide as well. So let me just make some checks for the grungs. See if they... Do they? Oh, they do have survival. Okay.
No survival.
Damn it.
Darn grungage. You least expect it.
Okay.
Poisonous frogs.
Okay. So you hear footsteps after. So you take shelter in the building, and a few minutes pass, and you hear activity or movement outside of the building, and they're not bothering to hide kind of what's going on. They you hear grung talking, kind of chattering in their little froggy voices outside the building, and Orvex says, very quietly says to whoever is close by, I think they're onto us. They seem to attract us to this building.
Right.
Okay, so what I missed?
They found us.
The Grung tracked the party basically to the building. So everybody's inside and the Grung are outside.
Ulfgar says, "I've got an ace in the hole here." And so where are we at this point?
So you are inside this building here.
And where are they? Do I know this?
If you're kind of peeking through like broken bits of the building, you do see Grung kind of just they seem to be moving generally around the outside of the building.
Then I would actually... I'm going to cast...
Okay, before you do something, Arokh notices that he wasn't followed, so he basically goes in the vague direction where the party may be. So he's trying to go back.
Okay. So as Arokh's flying back, you get a nice aerial view of a little pile of grungs, and probably when you come across them, they were making their way towards the wall and come across all kinds of tracks from this large group of people who have moved through the area very recently. So they follow those tracks, basically, is what you see happening. So there's all this like pointing and squeaky voice, like, oh, you know, and the whole party growing like.
So Arokh would probably start seeing down over. Let's see if I can actually use. There we go, a pointer. Over in this area here, not too far away, like it's coming from the south, heading north.
Okay.
A T-Rex. I would cast Major Image, have it look like it was getting up out of like some shrubs or around the corner or something like that from where they are, and try and have it start heading in their direction, making some noise to be sure that it is being
So the image has to appear at a spot that you can see.
Yes.
Okay, so how are you going to see... Where is it coming from, and how are you going to see that spot?
I don't know how I'm able to see the grung, so I thought I'd be able to see outside as well.
So you can see the grung through like little breaks in the building. You can see them like kind of running past.
Okay, so that's not very helpful then. So I wouldn't be able to do that effectively.
And you'd have to like find, like if you could find some way up to the roof, maybe you could do that. So you could have a look outside, but then you'll be outside. So
right,
it's up to you.
Well, I mean, I don't mind being outside as long as I'm not visible to the grung, but then I'd be visible to the grung. So I don't know. He would try and think of something like that, but if there's no easy ways of seeing out there, like through a window or something, then...
Well, I mean, you could probably find a window, right? But then you are also like surrounded by other buildings. So it would have to be like in quite close vicinity. You know, like you could probably get it like down the alley here or down the alley here, maybe. Like, but you're not going to be able to get it like further out, like over here. That's like you just don't have a good vantage point to get that.
I'd leave that be.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. What I'd do is I'd say we need to take cover, and I can make the ground look like it's basically a giant pit. So let's see if we can go up. Is there a way up?
Hang on. I have a table for this. I have an abandoned building thing, I think, that I can... One moment. Sorry. Where is it? Where's the encounter? Oh, I see it. Okay. I found it. Boop. Okay. Let me do a roll. See. Okay. Okay. So wait, hang on. You're exploring the building to see if you can find a way up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're kind of clambering through. There's like rotten doors that have fallen off their hinges and tumble down kind of interior walls. Some of it you can see, you know, maybe once had like some beautiful plaster work on the inside, but now it's kind of just flaked off and crumbled away, and there's just little bits remaining. And you do find like some stairs going up, and on those stairs is a human man. He seems to have kind of collapsed from some wounds, and he is wearing red robes.
Oh. Ulfgar swears in Dwarven.
And I think that's where we should stop for today.
Between a rock. Between a grung and a red wizard.
Great.
Yay. Oh man, that hurts. Okay. Thanks, Kashcah. Can we go back to the crocodile?
Hey, you were like, I'm going to explore the building, so... So yeah, fun and games with...
So tune in next time, folks.
He does, by the way, he does look alive. He seems to be looking at you, so...
Yeah, well... Valia knows that they taste good, so...
Yeah.
Alright.
This one's almost finished, so, you know, dinner's ready. Alright. So thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks players for being here. And thanks Kashcah for being our GM. Letting us live one more session longer.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for suffering through the counting of the letters. Thank goodness that one's done.
Alright, well.
This will be haunting us for the end of all days.
Oh no.
Oh boy. All right. Well, thanks again. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.